That's so funny. That's Katherine Schwarzenegger talking about the first time she realized her dad was famous.
Well, she is joining us now. Welcome.
Catherine, it's so great to see you.
Nice to see you.
And I was thinking about it because it's only such a long time, and cut to now you're a mom with 2 kids. We were just talking about our kids.
Children.
Before we started anything, I got to tell you, we both watched your dad's documentary. It was so good. I felt like I could conquer the world after I watched it.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm sure that was his goal.
Yeah, it really was. I was like, my God, I could do anything after this.
I know.
I found it so funny with all the pets hanging out in the kitchen. It was like a pig, a donkey.
Kind of unsanitary, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like in the kitchen around the food. But I mean, like, that's how we all grew up. It was just kind of like...
Oh, so he's always been like that?
Yeah, my mom really, like, both my parents really just love animals so much, and they always had this kind of like open door policy with whatever animals, as long as we took care of them and took the responsibility to be in charge of them, we could bring them home. So we just had a bunch of animals, and my dad has still decided, even though we're grown up now, to continue the herd of animals in and out of the house.
So
do your girls just love going there?
Obsessed with it. I mean, we're going there bright and early tomorrow morning, which works out very well as like an early morning activity.
Yeah.
But I mean, our whole family is so close, and this is like an added benefit of the fact that he's continued to do this, and they love visiting Opa. I know.
For kids, that's like the coolest thing ever.
I know.
It's
like a built-in petting zoo. You don't have to go to a birthday party.
And then you don't have to do it.
I know. And I
you
don't,
just
but
you
he
go
likes to
and then
just
you leave
feed the sugar, and then he's like, bye. So you know.
There you go. Well, you've always praised your parents for how they raised you. They're both awesome. I happen to know them. How would you describe your parenting style as opposed to theirs?
I'm trying to do everything pretty much the same, because I think everybody, you know, has moments where they're like, I want to do this differently. I want to do this differently. And my daughters are 3 and 1.5, and I have an 11-year-old stepson, and I just call my parents constantly to ask them what they did with this, how they handled this. I think I have like the best advice in both of my parents. They had very different parenting styles that worked out really well. And so I think Chris and I balance each other out really well in that style as well. So I go to them for everything. I feel really lucky and blessed that I enjoyed the way that they raised us.
That's awesome.
Between you and your husband, Chris Pratt, who's more strict?
I think he would say me.
That pause. Okay.
He would say me for sure. I mean, there are different things that, you know, we do in our relationship that are like similar to my parents, and then some things that are very different. Like, he does all of the cooking. I
love that.
I know. It works out, all the cooking, in the apron that we designed. So it works out really well.
Wow.
I know. And I do the baking and other things.
Okay, that's a good little balance.
Yeah.
I follow you all on social media. I thought it was funny when he was posting pictures of your trophies the other day. That was so funny.
Very controversial subject.
It did. It started bringing up, like, how long should you keep them?
It was like a whole parental debate between like every parent and generation. I know. My mom, I feel really lucky though. We tease my mom about it sometimes, but she kept pretty much everything from our childhood for all 4 of us kids.
Oh my gosh.
And now that I'm a mom myself, I'm able to go through everything. And also now that I have 2 girls that are a similar age difference to my sister and I, she saved so many of my outfits and Christina's outfits. So I'm able to put them in these old clothes and these outfits and have such great memories. And she did save all of our trophies. So that was, and my husband got a real kick out of it, unfortunately.
See, he thinks I'm crazy because I have bins of things that I feel are important that I want to keep for my kids when they're older, and then I feel like they can go through it and decide if they want it.
The problem is now we have to have like a whole nother storage unit because it starts
to
accumulate.
It becomes such a big subject, and obviously, like, you know, it depends also your emotional attachment to these items, because it's, for some people, every outfit has a memory, every item has memory, and then your kids get to go through it, and what better time for them to go through it than when they become a parent, and then you can say, like, do you really want to keep these things, or do you want to move on?
Yeah. What were the trophies for, by the way?
A variety of things.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes, I had a trophy for like a 2-year-old swim class, which was, you know, but I also had all of, I was a big equestrian, and I had all of my horse show ribbons, which I kept, and, you know, all those trophies too. So some of them were, you know, yes, my husband made fun. He was like, do you really have a trophy from your 1-year-old swim class? I was like, yes, I do, but you know, it's cute.
A plethora.
I know.
A plethora right there. Well, Katherine, stick around. I know we're gonna dive into.
I have one more question.
Oh, okay.
Would you hit the cup off of his head?
Oh God. She wants someone to smack me.
Under his head or would you do it to Chris?
No, I would not trust myself to do that at all. No, absolutely not.
You saw the force that was coming on this one. She's working out aggressions. Catherine's going to stick around. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the exciting new collaboration she has just in time for the holidays. That's next.